Please welcome this year's commencement speaker, Michael Robinson.
First of all, I'd like to thank the staff for letting me give this speech. Because when you want a speaker equipped with the knowledge to prepare a group of students for the years to come, you ask a high schooler who only recently learned to work a dishwasher. Perhaps someday I'll even learn to use the garbage disposal. I'd also like to thank everybody who is currently visiting, the parents, the grandparents, and the various aunts and uncles who had to drive several hundred miles to be here. As you sit in your small stadium seats, crammed between people you do not know and surveying the sea of navy blue cloaks to find your kid, you may be asking yourself, was this trip worth it? Well, we are here today because this collection of bright young minds has managed to weather the 12 levels of our country's mandatory public education system. Some here have been in the Rockwood School District all their lives. Others only recently joined. I, for one, spent most of my elementary school years in a small Texas school with only 19 classmates. I assume there was more parking available at their graduation ceremony. But the fact of the matter is, we lived. We made it. High school was not easy for any of us. Whether it was maintaining good grades or not getting money eaten by the vending machines, we each faced our own personal challenges. We pulled out our textbooks, knuckled down, and studied our hearts out. And then, when the end was in sight, we learned we wouldn't be graduating because of an unpaid library fine from freshman year. We've all changed considerably over the years, many life-changing things that have happened that will change who we are as people. We are slightly taller. I, for one, have grown a whopping half-inch in height since receiving my middle school diploma. My voice is also slightly deeper. My relatives no longer think I'm one of my sisters when I answer the phone. Actually, they still do, but a man can dream. Other things are different now. Many of us have learned how to drive and have gotten our driver's licenses. And many others have not learned how to drive and apparently still gotten their driver's licenses. High school has prepared us for the future, and who knows what the future will bring. Someday, years from now, when my employer tells me they need me to write a 5-paragraph essay on rhetorical devices used in The Great Gatsby in a 40-minute time limit, I will be able to do so. And of course, Marquette has prepared us to live in crowded places. Approximately 8 times a day, for 6 minutes, we get to walk from class to class in a simulation of a busy sidewalk in Lower Manhattan, complete with yelling, spilled food, and hawkers trying to sell bus tickets for tours. They're $49.99 for the whole family. So what makes Marquette so great? How did it get that phenomenal 4-star rating on Google? Well, it's no doubt we're graduating from a large school, a school overflowing with opportunities for its students. No matter what path you plan on taking in life, Marquette offers classes and extracurricular activities to help you pursue your interest. Unless, of course, you want to take woodshop, in which case Marquette says, go back to the 1800s, you weirdo. But what I'm trying to say is this. Looking out into the crowd, I see hundreds of distinct people, no two the same as each other. We should be proud of our diversity, and for the most part, Marquette has allowed us to embrace our differences. I think a lot of us have seen high school movies. The ones where glasses-wearing nerds get shoved into lockers, everybody seems to hate each other, and all of the students look like they're being played by 30-year-old B-list Hollywood actors. Naturally, most of these things are gross exaggerations of the high school experience, but it's a fact that many high schools aren't that great. I myself am not a very extroverted person. I can often go a day without saying more than 2 words. There are other students who are like this, and other people who stand out in their own ways. At other high schools, such students run the risk of being ostracized, but not at Marquette. If you don't fit in with one group, another group will welcome you with open arms. Everybody has the opportunity to find their own community. Naturally, I just speak from personal experience. High school was different for each of us. And while Marquette may not be perfect, I suppose no high school really is. But what Marquette did was it gave us each a chance to follow our own paths and to be ourselves. And now that we are graduating, it is time for us to continue down these paths. So, in the long run, I'll give Marquette the ultimate compliment that any teenage student can muster. It was pretty good. Thank you, Marquette, and congratulations to the class of 2017.